Welcome to Podcast Zero. My name is Mick, and we have our other host here, Isaac. Say a quick hello.
Hey guys.
And we are the Aussie Shoguns. We are doing a Japan show here at the podcast little station, and we hope to be bringing you, like the title says, the Japan show, anything and everything Japan, in specific anime and music and news articles and story time and other wonderful things. Just kind of our experience. And our experience comes from a good couple of years now that we've been putting together from university studies about culture, about Japanese and specific the language, and as well trips to Japan and kind of exploring that and what it's like as a foreigner, as a Australian, going to Japan and living those experiences. So if you have anything, Isaac, what else we got?
I think we should start by telling them where we've found our passion, like where we've come from. Go from there.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like where have you come from?
So where have I come from? So my first time of dipping into language was when I had high school friends. All of them were super into anime, and I've always thought that learning language would be cool. I think I got that from watching like James Bond when I was little. I was like, man, this guy's speaking other language. That's so cool. So then, when my friends were learning Japanese at in high school, and then they were watching a bunch of anime and stuff, I was like, oh yeah, like I'll give it a go. I dipped my feet in it. Ended up doing a working holiday with one of those high school friends with my best homie, and we went to Japan for pretty much a year. And that's kind of where I just really got a passion for not only learning the language, but learning more of the culture. That was my first time experiencing an onsen, which was a fantastic experience. So like that's where I've come from, and that was I went on that working holiday in 2016. So I've had just over 4 years total now, just soaking myself in everything I can.
Yeah,
just like the onsens.
Yeah, well, since 2016, you're over there for a year, and then you come back here, and you went to uni, and that's where I met you, and then you ditched me again, went back over for another year.
That's true. So then I came back to Australia. Then I went up, and then university. Just lived with my homie for a hot minute, and then said, "See ya, bro. Catch me in Japan."
Yeah, it's like I'm going to the promised land.
Yeah. Where they have konbinis and you can't believe it. They're 24/7.
Yeah, and then you got the onsens that are open till like 11 p.m. You got yakiniku. Oh.
Can't wait for the days.
Oh, I know, right?
But Isaac, why don't you tell the people what got you into Japanese, learning the culture? What got you into the language, and what's your favorite part about it? If you can say that.
Mine's not really as righteous as yours. But like I had a best friend in school that kind of his mum and dad both studied Japanese at university, and I'm pretty sure his mum did her masters in teaching to go do it. And so like through that and anime and all these other things, I kind of got dragged into it, started learning it, the hiragana, katakana, and then just, accelerated through it, really enjoyed it, so I put my head in the book more and studied it harder. The thing that I really enjoyed when I was young about learning is when we had the Japanese exchange students come over. My school used to do like a 2-week exchange where they would all come over for 2 weeks, stay in our house, and that's probably where I fell in love with the culture and the people.
Oh yeah. Do you have like a memory in specific about those students? Like, did you have a homie that like you're really gelled with?
Oh, I have a lot of homies from back in the day. Like the two first ones I really remember were Yoshi was his name, and I can't remember the other one's name. It was like Daisuke, I think.
Oh yeah.
And just funny dudes. Like proper would make you laugh the whole time they were with you. We're going up Mount Stewart one day, which is a mountain in Townsville where we live, and we didn't believe Yoshi because he was saying that because we couldn't unlock the car because we're on top of a mountain button wasn't working properly for some unknown reason. And he's like, here, give it here. My dad works at Toyota. I'll drive. So he grabs the remote off Dad, walks around the front of the car, puts the remote like over the bonnet, clicks the unlock button, and unlocks instantly.
Dang, that's actually kind of funny. That's pretty cool. My guy's got the inside knowledge. And so from your experiences that you had, like early on with everyone, or like your surroundings, then you kind of got into, you got your, dipped your feet in, and then you met the homies, and you were like, damn, these guys are so chill. And so
Yeah,
then, you
that
know,
was popping off. I had a little break. That's the thing. I studied real hard in school for it, so I did year 9,
Yeah.
10, 11 in 1 year at school, just so I could make to year 11. Then I sat year 11, did year 11. Had a little unfortunate thing happen in year 11, where they told me I failed, so I couldn't actually proceed with it in year 12, which was untrue. I found out I actually passed the course. And then I took probably 2 years off through year 12, and then I had a year at uni where I wasn't really studying Japanese.
yeah.
And then I found out they did Japanese as an actual major kind of thing, and I was sucked back in. It was like, let me at 'em. And yeah, haven't looked back, and then met you, been over Japan twice. Been a
Yeah.
good little time. I was meant to be there last year now, 2020. But as we all know, 2020 went to shit, so here we are.
Here we are. So that's our background. That's our little experience, and I'm sure from here on out, we have plans to go back, back to Japan, to go do experiences, and hopefully we can bring some of those things to you guys. But that's our experience up until now, and so we hope that you can enjoy listening to us and our, thoughts, our topics. We got some hot what do you call it? Osusume. It's like
Hot goss.
we got, it's not coming to my head right now. Osusume. We've got some great. Wait, what do you say again?
Topics? Is that what you're after?
No,
I don't know what word
osusume
you're
is-
looking for.
Oh, sorry guys. I spent too much time watching stuff in Japanese yesterday. So osusume. So I'm talking about things to give to them to watch for Japanese. The English isn't coming to my head. This is terrible. This is a
Oh, like
terrible word.
recommendations. Recommendations. I've always wondered what that word meant.
That's the word I'm looking for. Apologies, everyone. To anyone who wants to know, recommendations in Japanese, osusume. But yeah, hopefully, we've been watching a lot of content. In specific, we'll be talking about that in podcast 1. So listen to that one. It's coming up very soon.
I think it's important to let them know we have 10 rotating topics at the moment. We'll narrow them down and figure out what people like and what we enjoy doing. We've got a pretty
for sure.
list to start.
Yeah, do you want to let them? Do you want to let them know the topics?
Oh, we got a few of them. So we have, for the topics, we have got fun facts about prefectures in Japan. We got story time. We got events and festivals, things that happen in Japan regularly. We got music, food, anime, culture, and culture shock. So like things that you might find unusual that you would think is weird. We got news. We got some seasonal based stuff because Japan actually has 4 seasons unlike Australia. Temples and shrines, sports, onsens, adventure topics, and games.
So if any of those topics sound interesting to you guys, that's what Isaac and I will be covering. And
Not all
coming
at
up,
once.
not all at once. Yeah, so we should explain. We're gonna be covering We're gonna select some of those topics and talk about it each podcast and just kind of rotate through them. All those topics are kind of information and locations. For instance, talking about onsens. Seeing as we're already on the topic here,
Yeah.
there are onsens. I'm pretty sure in every single prefecture in Japan, and there are plenty that I've gone to, but there are plenty more that the internet can teach us, and we can have a quick look at and talk about what kind of places we want to go in the future. Why is it that Isaac and I, two Australians who are not from a culture about public bathing, have grown to like this cultured experience so much. So yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Anything else for the people?
No, I think we've covered everything we need to cover
This
for the
was
podcast
this was
zero.
Yeah, this was podcast 0. Mick and Isaac here, and we are the Aussie Shoguns. So please join us for our the Japan show. I can't believe I messed that up. So close. Podcast 1 coming soon.
Matane.
Matane.